Alright guys, today I got a Gate 3 Kakul Saydon clear with some commentary and tips for clearing it on a Reflux Sorc. The Sorc that I use is Pure Swift, Final Strike tripods using 5x3 with Precise Dagger and Adrenaline. For this I just used the standard meta skill loadout. For this, Blaze, Lightning Vortex, Seraphic Hail, Squall and Punishing Strike, things like that. If your group is having issues countering, one of the other options that you can do is get the extra long range Squall. It shouldn't be necessary unless your party is really having issues with getting killed by the counter in Gate 3, but it shouldn't be a problem. Other than this, let's go ahead and jump right into the VOD of the clear, and we'll go over some of the things that you can do positioning wise to ensure that you can help carry your party through the clear. So let's go ahead and get right into it here. So first things first, a lot of the positioning that you really want to be doing with them, one of your biggest jobs on this is actually going to be ensuring that you are the one clearing balls or the circus balls as soon as your party's done getting their meter. Typically give them about time for it to turn red, which is enough for them to get them cleared. They can be cleared with either one Esoteric Crystal, one Rhyme Arrow, or one Punishing Strike.
I agree.
We're going to hear some comms here in the background at the time. My comms weren't recorded for this one, but that's okay. I'm not getting too much out of it anyways. I was Mario 4 in this run. Again, so the biggest thing you're doing as being Sorc or being on range is you are, again, mainly just ensuring that the room stays clear with either the balls and with the dolls itself, ensuring that you're not a liability.
It made things
with
like
the
balls, but don't worry. Yeah, I'm in the thing.
Meter as well. Should be very easy for you to maintain not getting meter or not accidentally hitting anybody with anything. With these, every time you see this, if you can't tell the direction he's facing, probably the safest thing to do is, again, just continue to blink out like you see me doing here. Other than that, we're going to be standard rotation here. It's important that if you are the one doing either Mario 1 or Mario 2 early on, that you are not trying to run forward as you come back to try to help with the stagger. It's something that you don't want to be trying to help with because it's likely to just increase the chances of someone getting killed by saws without actually helping with the stagger at all. Same thing goes here. Is once you know that your teammates have their meter, you can already start to preemptively or proactively start clearing balls as soon as they spawn.
Watch out for
So you can see Quas was already ahead here, so I could have gotten to the balls. I just didn't want to cross and get any meter from the actual fire totem in the meantime, just because it wasn't super imminent to get the ball cleared ahead of time. I ended up wasting a Rhyme Arrow on this that I didn't need to. And then this, a lot of standard, just about half screen positioning. With these, again, you can get very ahead of the hooks with your blink or with your spacebar. It can be helpful. You just got to be. Most of the time, it's not really necessary unless your party really has stagger issues, though. So we're gonna hold here, take these really far away, so we're not getting anyone tagged with them. This fight is very much not a DPS check. It's more so just about staying alive for most parties, just because most people aren't really doing this completely on tier. So here, you can either go either direction. You really want to ensure that after the first explosion, everyone's getting to the outside so they can be getting the puddles dropped on the outside. And then be ready to go back to the center. You Inanna, and after these first 3 outer attacks, he's going to turn and change directions. From here, you're immediately starting to look out for
So-
the bombs, so you can immediately ping them. You're going to ping them and then stack on the bombs as soon as they get focused, and then the second bomb is going to be on the opposite side. From here, if you are Mario 3, this is where you would try to build a little bit of meter, as you saw Obard did.
Oh, left. Left.
For Mario 4, you can build a little bit of meter there as well, if you want to. It's not super necessary though. You have plenty of time to build meter outside of that. But when the orbs do spawn on this next set at 80 bars, you typically want to get those. Again, that's a big counter. When you see him jump up on his ball, it's one of those ones that ends up... It will deal a tremendous amount of damage and leave some pretty staggering burn debuffs on you. That's typically where you'll end up wanting to use a Panacea, or if you end up getting the lava burn from the fire puddles that I stood on.
Yeah.
From here you see I gain a little bit of meter, even though it's not my turn. My turn is going to end up being for Mario 4, but I end up getting a little bit of meter here to ensure that I'm already set up for it in case we burn through. These are out in every time.
Oh shoot. Oh.
It's always important to save a blink for those. Good to be able to position with those that way.
Any hooks or anything?
Hook coming from top right.
Again, same
I
thing.
bombed
Counters
it, by
are
the
very,
way,
very
already.
big here. You can save a lot of damage for your party by ensuring you're hitting these counters.
Ah, fuck, I got feared.
With all of the repositioning options that you have.
Thank you.
Sacred. Yep.
That's one of the more important roles you can cover.
I never get my judgment off in that time, it sucks.
This one again, Mario 3, you're going to have both saws and hooks. Typically on the fourth saw blades is where you typically end up wanting to stay further away from the very bottom of the map in case you get very fast spawning saws that come flying up from the bottom of the map. Let's see, we're just going to turbo push it here to 55. Just immediately start the next Mario.
You're going right in, Coffee?
Yes, I am going right in. Can't hear me, but I did respond with that. Again, stand near the edge of the fire on this in order to turn. Make sure you cue it.
Hook.
Throw an E if you have time, and then just go ahead and jump right in. If you get a
I'll
chance
take
to
bottom
pop
right.
before you go in here,
Oh fuck, he's chasing me.
it is very helpful
Red.
to be able to get full health before you come in here. Mario 4 is a little less dangerous than some of the other ones. So one of the things that you can see here, or that you want to focus on if you're going to do Mario 4, is you can pretty much always stay to the right side. This middle row that you're seeing here is the absolute most dangerous corridor in Mario 4 entirely. And you can pretty much avoid this at all times. Worst case scenario, you backtrack to jump down to blow up this. One, and then you jump back up, or you jump up just on this platform, jump over, break this, and jump back to where you remove any chance of getting hit by any of the bullet bills from the equation. Some other little good tips to know is that the jump distance on
bot. I'm not there.
the jump distance on the clown is about the distance of one whole card.
Or type it and then pull it again.
So it's pretty much as soon as you're standing on
I pulled
the
mine.
suit for the card, you will be able
That's
to jump safely from there. All right.
Nice.
If you're good on Mario 4, you can typically get back in time to help a little bit with stagger, depending on what's going on. Let me get a very quick
Big
burn
damn, big
here.
damn, big damn.
We got a good 3-bar buff that came out. Looks like.
Curse.
Curse. Off damage. No damage.
We held just for the curse. We weren't sure if it was
For
going to
5
drop
seconds.
off.
For this curse to go.
So it was worth it to just hold for them. Keep clearing, even though I don't think this really matters,
Okay, now
because
we're
I
good,
know
we're
these
good.
wouldn't be on the bingo board,
lines?
but
I know.
He did a Mario face or a clown face. Only had 2 stacks. It was no
Nice.
problem.
Okay, chill here. Someone got the calculator and ping it. Ping and
Yeah.
call out.
So as you hear, we were also using the bingo calculator.
Remember, damage is secondary in this. We can do damage, but just do the bingos.
Bingo calculator, highly recommended for anyone, to be honest, for now. Until you have a ton of reps with this, until you feel very comfortable to use it without.
Gotcha.
Removing any of the thinking from the equation just
E1.
really keeps things smooth.
Opposite A5.
For those,
Thank you.
again, the bottom one is E1 at the 6 o'clock position, and then the top position would be A5, with like the 9 o'clock position being A1. So if you ever hear people calling coordinates, that's what they're calling for, or what they're asking for. Most parties will have someone call it and they'll ping as well, as you see in our situation here.
Just pay attention to your
Run
head.
and ping. A lot of bingo
there
phase, most
immediately.
important, more so than damage or anything else, is just ensuring that you're staying alive. You're not getting feared when he does the purple attack. You'll see like a
he's
purple
puking.
180 attack.
Next one, sorry, here.
The biggest things is just basically
Next one
trying
where?
to
E1,
Where?
E1.
maintain
E1.
your meter
Gotcha.
E1.
and ensure that you are not having that you're not having anything actually get you stunned or staggered in order to make you miss a bomb drop. Yep. So we're trying to get the last one here. Oh, this was the fear. I ended up getting lucky that I had a Bard debuff because I didn't end up looking away like I should have. This is where it's important to have the sacred bombs on your bar, so you can help if people get feared within the hammer windows or hammer positions. So again, E2 is going to be this last row over here. No, more important than anything else, again, is just staying alive here because you don't really need to be doing damage. You just need to be staying alive to drop the bombs in position because every bingo is going to be doing 10 bars. So that was fear again. I was just slightly behind him, so I didn't end up getting hit by it. But if you do see him fire that out, you want to make sure you look away because it's a Medusa mechanic. You'll see we were holding Inanna pretty much for the whole fight, just in case a bingo got messed up. It's the safest thing you could be doing. Again, is to just hold it to ensure. I ended up getting feared there because I was looking. Luckily, the hammers had just gone through, so it wasn't an issue. Yeah. So again, in our tests, Nineveh only ended up doing 5 bars, so I have a feeling it kind of incentivizes even more so to just ensure that you are saving Inanna for it, just because it guarantees that you won't wipe to a missed bingo. We ended up getting a little bit sloppy here, kind of getting people turned. You can throw some Q bombs in the meantime. It does a little tiny bit of damage. It's not much, but better than nothing. The other thing is, as you saw before, using a spacebar is going to go ahead and get you across the white skull positions that do in fact give you meter. So you want to try to avoid those or spacebar over them if you can. Again, if you ended up getting stuck in one of them, then you do end up having to mash your spacebar. You have a spacebar mashing mechanic. So when we end up getting to 10 bars here, we're going to end up using Nineveh, but yeah. So we get the bomb dropped again. Most important, get the bomb dropped. Get in position. Be ready for the next bomb. Yep. Oh. you do ever have a choice between who to save, you're better off saving your support. Yep, as you can see there, Nineveh ended up doing 5 bars. She didn't end up doing 10 like you'd normally expect. Part of that might be because of his damage buffs that he had, or the damage reduction buffs. So I'm gonna have to test that again with less buffs on him. But other than that, the bingo itself would have killed him even if we didn't. And that's it on Reflux. Reflux is a pretty nice and easy clear on Kakul just because of it being high swift. Yeah, Reflux ends up being a pretty nice clear for this just because of it being high swift and then having just very high mobility between all the teleports. If you have any questions, I will go ahead and get the build posted below the video. And if you have any other questions, feel free to post them in the comments and I'll answer them. The next video I'll be covering is going to be the clear that I did on a tie scrapper. Have a good one.